If you're facing challenges with the criminal justice system, it makes all the sense in the world to do everything you can possibly do to start preparing for the best possible outcomes, particularly if you're going into the federal prison system for a lengthy period of time. I am Michael Santos, as you can see from the top here. I am with Compliance Mitigation and Prison Professors, and every day we create new content to try and teach and inspire people who are going inside. We want them to understand how to navigate a course that will lead them to the best possible outcome. And one of the things that they should be doing, one strategy they should be doing, is defining success. We teach people how to do that in this course right here. It starts by really visualizing the best possible outcome, and then it continues with creating a documented strategy, a strategy that you document to show this is what I am doing and these are the reasons why. Then you create your tools, your tactics, and your resources that are going to help you get there. And finally, you hold yourself accountable every single day. And in today's video, I really want to talk about one of the lessons that people should be thinking about if they're going inside of the system. If they're already in there, they may know this already, but there are so many people who reach out to me and ask about what steps they can take to get out of prison early. What steps can they take to qualify for the earliest possible release date? Now, I give a lot of those lessons in here that helps a person understand, regardless of what external forces are defining their life, the individual really has to start working to define success and then beginning his own pathway through. That's the strategy that empowered me through 26 years in prison, and it's a strategy that I advocate for anybody that's going in. Excuse me for looking over to the right, but I'm getting too many interruptions to this video, and I really want to focus on giving a positive message to people who are thinking about sentencing. And one of those lessons that I would like them to be thinking about is understanding the residential drug abuse program. It's the only program in the Bureau of Prisons, in the federal system, that authorizes a person to qualify for an administrative time cut. Now, there are other opportunities to get a reduction of your sentence, and that would include good time, but that's just avoiding disciplinary infractions. It's an objective policy of how much people could qualify for. Recently, President Trump signed the First Step Act, which gives a judge discretion to grant compassionate release and gives the Bureau of Prisons discretion on granting what are called earned time credits. But what's different from those two is the RDAP program. The RDAP program is the only program that a person can work toward earning an administrative time cut. Now, not everybody qualifies for this program, and that's one of the real dangers for people going into the system. Is a lot of people believe that if they reveal their history of substance abuse, stakeholders within the system, including the federal judge, are going to look at this individual as being worthy of a greater term of imprisonment. But if you've looked through some of the other videos that I've done on on our different channels, you will see that I've interviewed 2 federal judges that have spoken with me about that very subject. And what they have said is they want people to reveal they've got a substance abuse program if they do. Of course, we're talking about people that are truthful, but they want people to get that treatment while they're in prison. And those that qualify, depending on the length of their sentence and depending on whether that person has a history that will qualify him for the program, can get 6 months off of the sentence if you're serving 24 months or longer, 9 months off of the sentence if they're serving between 24 and 30 months, and a year off of the sentence if their sentence is longer than 36 months. So this is really a significant factor, and it's something that people need to know about if they are going into the system. I cannot tell you how many people I met in prison that wanted to participate in the program, but they didn't take the steps necessary to qualify. So I wrote a lengthy article on our website today, and I'm going to publish this video with it. Here's the article, and it's just called the RDAP program, and it just gives away a lot of information that will help people understand the program, understand its origins. Now, I was in federal prison since 1987, so I was there before the program started. I was there as the program kind of became more systematized and professionalized with more policy statements guiding it. And I was there as it really exploded to become one of the most popular programs in the Bureau of Prisons, and certainly a program that many people wanted to qualify to participate in. I did not participate in the program for a couple of reasons. One, I didn't have a documented history of substance abuse, and two, the sentencing law under which I was convicted predated the RDAP program, and because it predated it, I wouldn't have qualified anyway. So even if I had a documented history of substance abuse. But this is a really important program for anybody to understand if they're going into the system. Because what a person doesn't want to do is really disqualify himself without even knowing it. And so the more a person learns, the more informed that person's decision can be. Our team helps a lot of people that are going through this program. And I always tell the people, hey, don't mislead me and tell me that you don't have any history of substance abuse if you do. Because this is all a self-reported documentation. And I'm going to write what somebody tells me if somebody's asking me to be a mitigation expert with them. But if they don't understand it, they may disqualify themselves and make their prison term harder. So all of this information that I'm kind of scrolling through rather slowly so that people can read it if they want to will help an individual understand the residential drug abuse program. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom of this program before I go back to the top, just in case people in prison or in jail are reading this. They should learn everything they possibly can about this program and just assess, do I qualify for this program? Does it make sense? Because you can't do it once you're in prison. This pre-qualification has to take place before a person goes in, and ideally it should take place before the pre-sentence investigation report. That's not the only way. There are some mechanisms and workarounds if somebody didn't provide the right documentation and didn't qualify, but it's much harder. So the more a person learns and the earlier a person learns, the more effective that person is going to be. And it's always good to try and get a judge's recommendation into the statement of reasons, because the Bureau of Prisons has to consider that. In the article itself, I include a link to the actual policy that people can read, and they should read. I would encourage them to read about all of the treatment programs that the Bureau of Prisons offers. It's available right there on the website. Just click the link. I try to give away as much information as I possibly can to help people get the best possible outcomes. That's what our team is really all about. And we hope that you're getting some of this information in a manner that connects with you, whether you are either at a pre-sentencing stage of the journey, or even if you're inside of a jail or a prison. I want to show you how to use your time today in a manner that will prepare you for the best possible outcome. That's why I highly recommend that everybody gets a copy of this workbook and pursues a self-directed plan to work toward the best possible outcomes. That's what empowered me through 9,500 days in prison. It's what positioned me to recalibrate and build my life and launch careers since I've come home. And it's what I try to teach to as many people as possible. Don't let external circumstances define your life. Take action to work toward the best possible outcome. My name is Michael Santos. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will ask that you subscribe to our program. If you are watching this at inside of a jail or a prison, I do hope that you'll get access to our contact information, to our books and courses. If you want to write to us, there is our address right there on the bottom of our website, if you can see that on our screen. Wishing you success and peace, and a prosperous journey. I am Michael Santos signing off on today is January the 30th, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video with hopes of teaching and inspiring you because I believe in you. Thanks.